that time of the year when we get to enjoy our favourite A-listers together in the ultimate Christmas movie.
And over 2 decades on from classics like Love Actually, Bend It Like Beckham and Pirates of the Caribbean, Keira Knightley is releasing her first ever children's book inspired by her own experiences as a parent. I mean, talking about going all in.
Yeah.
You've done it all, my
I've
friend.
done it all. I've written and illustrated it.
You've illustrated it, you wrote it, you sung the theme tune.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a bit of everything. Yeah. It was really fun.
Was it?
Yes, it was really fun. And it was actually, so it was all, my oldest child does not particularly like sleeping.
Right.
Never has.
Right.
She's 10 now. She likes it a bit more. But, you know, when we were doing that, we were going through a bedtime routine where it would be, I would say to her, OK, what drawing would you like? And she would say, can you draw me a bird? Can you draw me a person? Can I be in it? Whatever. And then she'd go to sleep, and when she'd wake up, there'd be a drawing for her. And so she knew that when she was asleep, I'd been thinking about her, because she would get really anxious in the middle of the night.
That's really cute.
And so basically the book comes from there. So we had, at the end of this 5-month period, she was sleeping through, and I'm not going to say to any parent that that was why she was sleeping through, but it just so happened at 5.5 she decided to sleep through the night. I had all of these images, and I thought, oh, well, I'll try and put them together for her. And in the classic 5.5-year-old way, she went, but they're not in colour, and I don't want them if they're not in colour. So I sort of put them aside, and then a while later tried to colour some of them in, and I thought, oh, I wonder if there's a bit of a story out of it, and it sort of came from there.
And there's also like a bit of a story, a thread that runs through it, which is about sibling rivalry.
Yeah,
Well.
I think there's separation anxiety, and I think there's sibling rivalry in it, and it was through totally one of these images, which I then had a second child, and she was about 6 months old, and she was teething, and so she'd been crying all day. Yeah. And I'd obviously been with the baby all day. And that night, Edie, my oldest, said, could you draw a picture of a bird taking the baby away? And I was like, this is genius, absolutely amazing. So when I was looking at them and thinking about a story, I was like, well, clearly that's where the story is.
But the bird is actually a pigeon.
It's a pigeon.
I think we've got a picture of... See, and now, firstly, Keira, the pictures, the illustrations are beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I mean, they really are. You've obviously clearly always loved your art and loved drawing.
I love drawing, yeah. It's my hobby. I love doing it.
Do you find it therapeutic?
Very therapeutic. And I also do it when I'm learning my lines.
Oh, really?
Because I'm dyslexic, I record all of my lines, I listen to my lines, and I'm always drawing when I'm listening to my lines.
So you draw and listen.
Yeah.
But why a pigeon? Why does the pigeon
take the baby, Delilah, who is now 6 and not a baby, but when she was a baby, completely terrified of pigeons. So I think Edie loves pigeons. She was like, could you draw me a pigeon? So the pigeon always... And actually, when we went to Simon & Schuster, who are publishing the book, they said, maybe it needs to be an exotic bird. And I was like, no, it has to be the pigeon.
A rat with wings.
Well, you say that. I'm a big fan of pigeons. I like them. I think they're beautiful. They're very intelligent animals, apparently.
Are they?
I might be making that up.
They can fly babies away, can't they?
They can obviously fly babies away.
And very strong.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful book, and it's especially when you know how much time and effort and thought has gone into it. A little bit of kickback these days on some writers who are turning around going, why do all these celebrities have to start invading our space? Because why do we need another celebrity writing a book? What do you say, Keira?
I mean, I have sympathy. I think that all creative industries are incredibly competitive. I know that from acting, and, you know, I'm sure that publishing is absolutely no different. So I have huge sympathy. But equally, I've worked in a creative industry for the last 25 years, and I do know that when opportunity arises, you do have to grab it. And this one, I love doing it so much. It is a completely authentic piece that was happening within my family anyway. And so the fact that I could kind of try and make it a bit bigger and spread it to a larger audience, it was just an opportunity I couldn't say no to.
Yeah, too right.
Wow. And has there been any signs from any of your girls about maybe going into acting at all or anything?
No.
Because you started really young.
You're about their age, weren't you?
Weren't you?
I started at 6.
Oh, you were even younger?
Yes, and totally loved it and was completely obsessed by it and that's all I've ever wanted to do. They are so uninterested. They're literally like, what do you mean you pretend to be other people? And the idea for both of them of doing the school play, they're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want people looking at me. That's wild. So they're completely, who knows what'll happen later.
Because you were 10 when you did the bill?
I was 8 when I did the bill.
Oh, you were 8?
There we go. That's me at 8.
Is that you? I wouldn't have recognised that as being you, actually.
There you go.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, hold on. I recognise that, though.
Oh, well, obviously, that's the one.
Being nicked.
Yeah, clearly.
Much more trouble.
Yeah.
Much more trouble. And then how did the transition happen for you after that? Like
after that.
going into the...
Well, I always did it, so I was allowed to do it in my summer holidays.
Yeah.
I was allowed to act. So any job that I did from 6 to 15 was during the summer holidays. And then at 15, I just went on a bit of a run that I seem to still be on, that hasn't stopped yet. And I think even then I sort of thought, oh, you know, it'll stop at some point and then I'll go back to college. Because I left college at like 17, maybe 16, I left college.
Yeah.
But always with the intention of going back. And I thought,
Finishing
oh,
your
it'll just be
studies
this
and-
job and I'll, and it still hasn't happened yet.
Well, the lovely thing is, I mean, how old were you when you did Bend It Like Beckham?
17.
You were 17, so it's around that time. I interviewed you. I remember it vividly. I'm trying to get you to do some keepy uppies, which...
I couldn't do.
No, you did smash a few things in the room.
I mean, I
that
would have
helped you
smashed some, but I couldn't.
But the great thing is you wait long enough, these things come back around.
Yeah, they do seem to.
There's the sequel.
I mean, that's what I heard. When I was watching the Women's Amazing Euros,
Yes.
I saw Gorinda pop up on screen and announce a sequel.
There's a sequel.
Yeah, there we go. Do you think
Keira.
I'd have to be able to do keepy uppies?
I'd imagine they'll find someone to do it for you.
Yeah.
If you
Oh, good.
can't.
I could get Jess, my stunt double.
There you go.
She'd be able to do the keepy uppies. Yeah, no. Oh, God. And do you know what, though? Because of Bend It Like Beckham, lots of people always ask me to play football as well. And I haven't played football since I was 16, 17. So I can't play football anymore either.
So it's about time you started again.
So maybe I need to start again, get fit and play football.
But you could go in as the boss or the gaffer
Oh,
or
I could go
something
in as
like
the
that.
boss.
You've got a jacket, you've got
Don't you
the chapeau.
think she could go in as the
Straight out the
gaffer?
dugout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You've just gone upstairs, that's all it is.
Fine, yeah, management now.
What about Love Actually as well? Because we've...
You're trying to do this, aren't you? This
Yeah,
is you
we
trying
are
to do it.
We
absolutely.
are.
We had
I
Bill.
think you can
Bill
do
Nighy.
this. This is what I heard.
We had-
Bill Nighy has said yes to the sequel that you guys are writing and directing. I've heard about this.
Well, I'm not sure
Excellent.
we might be able to get some production side of it, but writing and directing, I would not believe
Above
to
my
us.
pay
We could do
grade.
the whole bit here, couldn't we? Just on the couch. Just all, with the cue cards. But
Yes.
It's such a cute film. And but quite a few people turn around and go, it's not Christmas until I've watched that movie.
No, I know. And what's strange is, I mean, it's so lovely. You know, you make work and you hope that it will last. And the fact that that's lasted over 20 years is absolutely extraordinary. But it's a funny thing for me because if I watch my work, which I often don't watch them at all, I've only seen it once. So I saw Love Actually at the premiere when it came out. I think I was 18. I haven't seen it since. So I get what's amazing is people have a relationship with my work and they remember it obviously in a way that I'm kind of going, I don't remember it. I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm so pleased that, you know, it's
still
part of your
resonates.
life and it still resonates
It's
and that's
woven
so
into that
nice. But
fabric.
I know that my look on my face goes, oh, you're going to ask me a question and I don't know the answer.
Tell you what I can ask you about, though, is Black Doves.
Oh,
Yes,
so
I can remember that
good.
one. And I'm filming it again
You are
right now.
filming that
So
right
yes,
now because
yes.
she is
Kick-ass.
one hell of a
Quite
character.
special.
Yes.
Really special. You must have loved playing her.
I absolutely love playing her. She is really, really fun. Yes, I think it's the duplicity and the kind of multiple lives in one. And I do love, you know, it's taking all of the things to the extreme. Like, I'm sure you guys have kids. You know, you've got your work face and then you've got your kid face. And they are two very separate things. But it's always interesting when they collide. Like when you're at work and suddenly you get a call from your kid. And, you know, and so I love there's a scene in Black Doves, which is my favourite, where she's on the phone to her kid and then all of a sudden she's fighting people like 5 seconds later, you know, and obviously that's not what most people do, but you know, a version of that I think is what all working parents kind of, you know, understand.
We've loved it.
Yeah, we have. And the new movie on Netflix as well. It's
very tense.
Ooh, it's so tense, but so glamorous.
So glamorous. There's a very glamorous
You're on a
yacht.
super duper yacht.
I'm on a super yacht, yes, Women in Cabin 10. We filmed for 3.5 weeks on the super duper yacht.
Was it amazing? Like, it must be such a perk.
You know, I was thinking this is going to be amazing and we're going to get champagne all the time and I'm going to be treated. And instead, the super yacht is so expensive and everything on it was so expensive. We weren't allowed to sit on the furniture. We weren't allowed to go on the carpets. We were all like this. There were so many of us packed into it. We weren't allowed to. So we didn't get the super yacht experience of the super yacht. And actually, when we got back to the studio, it felt like luxury. We weren't allowed to sit down. This is incredible.
They worked it brilliantly. We'll make them really grateful to be filming
Yeah,
in
to
a
be
hot
filming
studio.
in a hot studio, exactly.
Well, it's lovely to see you.
Thank you for popping in. It's
Lovely
great
to
to see
see
you.
you. And Keira's book, I Love You Just the Same, is out tomorrow. It's beautiful. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.